What we're going to do now is show you some film. Credit to ITV News. I don't often say that, but they did a damn good job here. This was yesterday morning, Tuesday morning, on the beach, the famous beaches of Dunkirk, the northern France. Big sandy beaches. You will see a dinghy, a big dinghy full of people. It goes out once, comes back to get some more people, goes out again, comes back to get some more, goes out again, comes back to get some more, keeps coming in and out. Meanwhile, there are migrants milling around in the sea, walking across the beach, waiting to get on, and then lots of them do get on. While this is all happening, the gendarmes, the French cops, are basically standing there and watching. 6 guys can't get into the dinghy because it's too full, so they trudge back. And there's these cops, the French cops, load of French, standing by their car on the beach, just sort of milling around, smoking gouloir or something. And they sort of basically go like this to the migrants. Yeah, all right, yeah. And the migrants just walk past them, back to their camp, no doubt to regroup and try again. This is the footage, credit to ITV, as I say, that proves that for our £500 million, we're getting the square root of sod all. They're not doing anything to stop the migrants or to stop the boats. They have a policy that as soon as the migrants paddle, get ankle deep in the sea, they don't touch them. They're home free then, because they fear that, you know, there could be altercations and the migrants might drown. So what? I mean, seriously, so what? They should be doing their job, making sure they don't drown, arrest them, you know. But they don't. They don't. So the migrants know that as soon as they get to the sea, as soon as they're ankle deep, like paddling, that the police just back off. So take a look at this. We'll just show you, I think we've got about 3 little sections of an excellent 10-minute film.
You tried to cross 14 times?
Going back, go back, go back.
14 times you tried to cross?
Yeah.
In 2 months, wow. And today you think you're going to make it?
I hope.
There's no boat for this group, but that's fixed by one phone call. The dinghy we saw on its way to the UK turns back to France to cram even more on.
Did you hear that someone died here yesterday on the water?
No.
You didn't know about that? Are you scared?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
This is all so casual. There's no running now, no reason to rush.
That's Peter Smith there. Have we got the footage of when the 6 guys come back? Have we got anything more? Can we play that?
6 men who were on board jumped off just as the boat left for England. They walked straight towards police, who let them past. So we walked with them.
Why did you get off the boat?
Full.
Will you try again?
Yeah, try again.
You're going to try again?
Yeah.
The UK government has promised to smash the gangs and end.
So great work by reporter Peter Smith there. That was him with the Scottish accent. So you see the cops there, just yeah, all right. I mean, we're not getting. Russell Quirk, as I said, is here with me, watching with a similar sense of astonishment. I mean, they're not doing anything.
Well, Kev, it's not just astonishment and disappointment. Do you know the feeling, the prevailing feeling that I have right now is of anger.
Yeah.
Not just of the farce that is the immigration situation by way of small boats. I mean, I think we're up to, what, 12,500, 13,000 legal migrants by boats, 35,000 last year. I suspect we'll get to 45 to 50,000.
Yeah, we're going over 12,000 in terms of the
45 to 50,000 this year. That is galling.
I reckon that might be conservative.
But look, that's galling enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that we are supposed to have not only paid £500 million to France to stop this, let us not forget that just 3 weeks ago, Keir Starmer was in France with Macron, and he issued a press release, and it made headlines the next day, whereby he said that he had agreed with Macron that France would try harder. Well, that footage that you've just shown,
good point, mate.
That footage that you've just shown was only yesterday. The French and Keir Starmer are taking the absolute mickey out of us as a public. There is no 2 ways about it. We want our £500 million back immediately, because clearly that's not been spent, or it's being misspent. this is, I describe it's not just an invasion, this is an absolute atrocity.
Yeah, it is.
They're standing around doing nothing, laughing. And also, OK, you could argue, I suppose, and I'm not, but you could argue from a legal perspective, OK, the people getting on the boats haven't done anything wrong, they can't be arrested. But what about the man or woman, I'm sure it's a man, in control of the boat that is clearly a people smuggler? So remember the gangs that were supposed to be smashed?
Not necessarily, you know that.
What?
So they get,
well, let's
you know
nick
what
one.
they do. No, you know
Let's
what they
nick
do.
one and find out.
You know what they do? The people smugglers, they teach one of the migrants how to steer the boat.
Well, it's conspiracy to do whatever, particularly when it comes to British shores, and those people
Because it's not very difficult to steer the boat.
But those people are effectively they're conspiring to break our laws by way of breaking entry into Britain.
But the point is, Russell,
Nothing's been done.
The point is that the police there, we're looking at them again on this shocking footage, neither stop the migrants walking towards the dinghies or walking back. So they are just standing there as spectators to this ongoing law breaking. The deal is supposed to be
but this is just
that they stop the migrants and they stop the boats. They're not doing it.
This is just so that Macron can say, hey, I've got more gendarmes on the beach. Yeah, you have, but they're doing absolutely naff all about this.
That's my point. That's no point. They can put 1 million gendarmes on the beach if they're not going to do anything. It's not going to make any difference. They're supposed to be stopping these
There's also a point here that we should understand that when it comes to the EU and migration, of course the EU have hardly covered themselves in glory when it comes to the policy of the European Union, which is basically open door, let them all in, perpetuated particularly by Angela Merkel, who's now obviously gone, 1 million people into Germany, a lot of them again unchecked and illegal and so on. The policy of the EU is that if France has illegal migrants, they can be repatriated back to the EU country that that person first landed in. So whether that's Greece or Italy or wherever. Now, I suspect that this isn't just...
not much of that goes on.
No, but that's my point. I suspect this isn't just a French thing. This is Macron and van der Leyen and others saying, hang on, if you offload this lot to Britain, we don't have to worry about them anymore. As an EU entity. This isn't just about France, this is an EU conspiracy.
Do you know what, but the thing that annoys me most, you still hear politicians, you hear commentators saying, we've got to get round the table with the French, we've got to work things out with the French. When are they going to work out? When are they going to realise that the French are never going to help us? The French want to see these people come across the channel. They can't wait to wave goodbye. As soon as they're on this dinghy, on their small boats, they are no longer France's problems. That's why, worse than just watching, these gendarmes pretty much facilitate these crossings. And they kind of encourage, off you go, have a good voyage, enjoy Britain, have a nice life. It's a disgrace.
Isn't it also astonishing when you compare, I mean, there's what, 14 miles between Britain and France?
21.
Whatever it is, yeah. 21. So 21 miles we're separated by. In France, they don't pay these illegal migrants, these so-called asylum seekers, which they're not, of course, they're economic migrants. They don't pay them benefits, and they don't put them up in four-star hotels.
They give them a tent if they're lucky.
Well, they end up in warehouses and in tents. Why is it that the French, who are also subject to the ECHR and the Human Rights Act and the United Nations...
They don't get a hard time,
Why are they able to treat these migrants by way of stacking them into crates, effectively, in warehouses, and we can't? Why is it that the rules apply to Britain more than anywhere else, even though we're outside the EU?
They don't. It's just that we, for some reason, the French, as you quite rightly say, Russell, if these migrants are lucky, when they arrive on the north coast, the French will chuck them a tent. If they're lucky. Mostly they get nothing. They certainly don't get benefits or food or anything like that. They cross the channel, they get a 4-star hotel, they get 50 quid a week, they get free food, free lawyers, free doctors, free dentists.
Do you know what it's like?
I wonder why they come.
Do you know what it's like? It's like immigration, The Price is Right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember that show? Yeah. Come on down.
Have whatever you want. That's like what the migrants are saying on the beach. Come on down. Honestly, au revoir, au revoir. You know, I mean, honestly, these coppers are doing nothing for £500 million. You just saw what Britain is getting for this deal. The square root of sod all.